My beloved Chelsea just took a trip to Kazakhstan and we took the 3 points. It was Chelsea 3, Astana 1. Very, very, very nice. So, like I said, Chelsea just beat Astana 3-1 in the Conference League. And to be honest, it was our under-21s. If we're being real, people like to talk about our B team, but it was really more of a C team / under-21s. And to be honest, the first half was really the performance. All 4 goals coming through in the first half. And yeah, it was an easy job. In -20 or -17 weather, I'm not surprised Enzo Maresca took out the B team, well, the C team / the under-21s. I did drop my lineup predictions over on TikTok and I'm going to drop them right here, as you can see now. So, as you can see, I wasn't too far off. It was quite close to what I predicted. The only difference is Richard Elise, which is Michael Elise's brother, if you lot didn't know, actually didn't start, and I don't actually think he featured, but it is what it is. Enzo Maresca thinks exactly like me, or I think exactly like Maresca. Wherever you want to take it, it's either the same. Me and him got the same mind. Tactical geniuses. So it went like this. Mark Gu scored the first 2 goals of the game, followed up with a good header from Renato Vega. I can't remember their winger or attacking midfielder's name from Astana. He scored an absolute screamer, which I'm going to get into it. But first, let's talk about Mark Gu. Mark Gu has all the characteristics to be a class striker in the future. All it takes is a bit of polishing. I do think he should go out on loan, if not in January, definitely in the summer, to get a bit of game time, get more experience, and I think he'll come back and be a beast. He's only 18 years old. I want people to remember, he's only 18 years old. I can't lie, for his first goal that put us up 1-0 up, it gave me a bit of Diego Costa vibes. He took it to the byline, absolutely bullying the Astana defenders, and all of them, like, he's only 18 and he's got a bit of strength about him. Like, he's a bit of a bully in the box, and that's beautiful to see. He took it to the byline, in, out. He absolutely did a great finish, and yeah, he put us 1-0 up and I can't complain. Mark Gu put us 2-0 up with his second goal. He was a little bit fortunate, he was a little bit lucky, but listen, in football, sometimes you got to create your own luck. He was in the right places to get the touch. I think he flicked off his shin or his ankle, I'm not too sure, but whatever it is, listen, that is striker's instinct, to be in the right place, to do the right thing, to make the right movement. He got a little touch on it, and hopefully UEFA does actually reward him with that goal, because his determination to get there, he deserves it. Neto again, great assist. He was absolutely cooking them on the right hand side. Neto was absolutely cooking them on that right hand side. They couldn't live with it, but this is something I'm not going to get gassed over, and I don't expect any Chelsea fans to be getting gassed over Neto's first half performance, because this is something I expect him to be doing regardless, and you all should be expecting it as well. So Renato Vega got our 3rd goal, and listen, it was a beautiful whipped-in cross from a corner, and it was harder to miss. If Vega missed that, I can't lie, I would have been fuming. It was poor defending from the Astana players. It wasn't even League One defending. Like, I've seen people defend better in Sunday League. Like, that was poor. It was a free header. It was easier. It was harder to miss, not easier. It was harder to miss, and he put the ball in the back of the net. It took us 3-0 up, and it was a good goal from Vega. Now, Astana got back into the game with a wonder goal. Now, I say it's a wonder goal, but I really do think we need to be doing better there. Specifically, Renato Vega. He needs to be closing down his man a lot better. I feel like it was more of like, yeah, we're chill, we're 3-0 up. We don't really rate these guys. Oh yeah, like, if that was in a proper Premier League game and you rate the players, I think he gets to that man and he gets the block on. So yeah, but I can't really talk too much on it because it was a good strike. It's a shame Jorgensen didn't keep the clean sheet. I really did want to keep a clean sheet in this game. Games like this, regardless if we're sending our under-21s out there, we need to be keeping clean sheets. I don't want to drop points or concede, like even conceding. Like, it's bad to me when we're in the Conference League. We're mighty Chelseafc. So the second half came around and it was a bit of a shock to the system not to see us go on and score more goals. But listen, we took the 3 points and it is what it is. Enzo Maresca ended up giving a lot more youth players some more minutes into the pitch, and I think Dyer got his debut. Yeah, Dyer got his debut for Chelsea, so it was nice to see him come on and get finally, because I've been screaming a few times actually, and for him to get onto the pitch, and finally he got his debut. I'm going to speak on some players' performances today. First, let me get the positives, then I'll get to the negatives. Positive. Oh, it was so good to see Joshua Champong on this pitch. I really rate this guy, and I was hoping to see a good performance, because I know some Chelsea fans are a little hesitant on him and they're not sure who he is. They might not watch our under-21s games and whatnot, but me, I know how quality this guy is, and he performed brilliantly. That was a good performance, and obviously it's been in reports that we're getting closer to an agreement with him, so fingers crossed I get a Fabrizio Romano. Joshua Champong has extended his contract at Chelsea. Obviously the likes of Real Madrid and PSG have been sniffing around him. I know that's not like any evidence to say how good he is or whatnot, but come on, Real Madrid and PSG are the type of teams sniffing around your academy product. He must be somewhat good, innit? But I do want to see Joshua Champong get some first team minutes in the Premier League. I'm not saying start, maybe come off the bench for Gusto or whatnot. It was a good performance from him. Another good performer, obviously Pedro Neto, I've mentioned it already, first half. Another good performer, Tosin, I think he was good in this game. Disasi, again, he was all right. Disasi was good. Who else was good in this game? Mark Gui, good. Tyreek George. Now, you know what? Let me speak about Tyreek George. I think Tyreek George was good in this game. I like Tyreek George. Before I say anything, can you lot take this left? Listen, I like Tyreek George, but there's something about him. I don't know where it is. I'm not too sure where it is, but there's something about him. When I look at him, I'm thinking, you're a good player, you're a tidy player, but I just don't think he's going to make it at Chelsea. I'll be real, I don't think he's making it at Chelsea. It's like he's missing a special spark about him when he plays. I don't know where it is. I know he's still young. It could come, but at the moment, I just don't see him making it at Chelsea, especially with the fact that we're dipping into like the Brazilian market and bringing over young boys and whatnot. I just don't think he's going to make it at Chelsea. If he does, I feel like he'll be more of like a squad player, but I hope he does make it. He is an academy graduate, and I support all our academy graduates that are good enough. I'm not one of those guys that just because you're from Cobham, I'm backing you to the end. No. If you're a good academy graduate, yeah, man, I'll back you to the end. Moving on. Trying to think who else. I'm not too sure if there was actually anyone else. Harvey Vell, when he came on, he impressed me. Oh, what's the guy's name? Ampa? I might be getting it wrong, but the guy that came on to the right wing in the second half, that was a good little cameo. And I think, I'll be honest, that's about it. And it's kind of shocking that that's about it, because the next two players I'm about to talk about should have had a great performance against Astana. Now, who are those two players? Dewsbury Hall and Carney Chukwuemeka. Now, I'm going to address Carney first. Listen, Carney is a player that I actually love. I loved him last year. I still love him now, but Carney hype is over. It's over. If you ever supported Carney Chukwuemeka to get game time at Chelsea, listen, it's over. This was not a good performance for him. This wasn't one of those performances you look at and be like, Maresca, you got to start him, please start him. Listen, nah. Carney Chukwuemeka's not making it at Chelsea. I can tell you that for free. He will be sold. I think he is going to go on loan to, Milan in January. I think Milan are sniffing around him, but he will be sold. And yeah, man, it's not looking good for Carney Chukwuemeka. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall. What a waste of a signing. I can't lie. When we signed him, I thought, yeah, this is a good signing. I'll be real. See, with me, why I sure on this channel, I'm not one of those guys that doesn't admit when they may be wrong or whatnot. Hands up. I don't even think he deserves to be called KDH no more. He can't be called KDH. Kiernan Dewsbury Hall is not good enough for Chelsea Football Club. West Ham or Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa have been sniffing around him. I'm telling you now, he's not making it at Chelsea. I don't even think he's going to make a whole season at Chelsea. He could be gone in January, and that's not a joke. Maresca, your son is not making it at Chelsea Football Club. That was not a good enough performance for someone who's in and around the A team or B team, in and around our first team, and someone that's got experience and should be as good as him to perform like that. that wasn't good enough for me. I'm sorry. KDH does not make it for Chelsea Football Club. But to be honest, who am I? I could be totally wrong. He could turn out to be an absolute star. The both of them, Carney as well. Who am I to say this? I'm only a fan, and I'll be real, my eyes don't lie to me. My eyes don't lie to me, so I'm only going to go off of what my eyes see, and what my eyes show me, that both of them are not making it at Chelsea Football Club. So yeah, Chelsea 3, Astana 1. We move on to the Brentford game. Hopefully the watch along will be ready, so make sure if you haven't done it already, subscribe to this channel, because this is where you want to be at. But people, you know what time it is. Santana, over and out, man. Boom! Hey, before I go, I'm about to say something outrageous. I can't lie, I'm about to say something outrageous, people. Mark Gu, future Ballon d'Or winner. Remember where you heard it first. Yeah, over and out. Peace. Book 'em.